always wondered what it's like to have Christmas in winter. Because here in Australia, it's fucking crazy hot, man. I'm like, ugh. So every once in a while I do a channel update, let you guys know what's going on, share the future of your mate Tom, things like this. It's the government. They don't want me to speak truth. They're angry. Okay, that's slightly better. Man, those birds just seriously wouldn't shut them. You ate one of their companions, didn't you? They followed us. Hopefully the third time's the charm, but yeah, I think those birds were actually following Barbie. Now, I do have some very important things to say in this video, and just before I get into everything, I just want to firstly announce that we're going to South America in just in 8 days. This is crazy, like time's been going so quickly. By the time this comes out, it could be just in a few days, right? So me and Yesenia, my partner, are going to Chile, visit family, going to my cousin's wedding, but I'm also going to take this opportunity and film some documentaries over there. And this is going to be something different than what I usually do. It will be a drug documentary, but more on a harmful drug. So it's sort of like an underground Vice style, but with Tom's seasoning and spices, I guess. That's a crude way of explaining it. Of course, I'm going to do it on my style, but it's just to kind of paint a picture. And this is a bit ambitious to what I've done in the past, but I really want to push the boundaries as a creator and filmmaker, right? And try new things and put myself outside of my comfort zone. And I think this is going to be a really cool opportunity to do that. And on top of that, I'm also going to go to Uruguay, which is another country in South America where they've legalized marijuana. So of course I'm going to make a marijuana documentary. Now let's just hope that it doesn't get deleted by YouTube. But I think it's going to be really interesting, and I think it's going to really test my skills as a documentary filmmaker, YouTube creator guy. Now, this is where the real talk comes in, because we're at, like, every once in a while on this channel we sort of hit like a crossroads. And what I mean by this is I'm gonna have to take either one or two options, right? And this next month or two is going to determine how everything's gonna play out. Nah, I'm sorry, it's too hot right now. It's been a really interesting journey, and like, what a niche that I chose. You know, like talking about psychedelics and all that kind of stuff. And maybe nowadays isn't so much of a big deal talking about it, but you gotta think, when I started this channel, February 2015, there wasn't a whole lot of people doing this. This is actually like, Adam just started his channel like literally a month before mine, right? And that's of course the number of people talking about psychedelics on YouTube increased exponentially ever since he released his bombshell of a channel. But what I'm telling you guys is that this journey has never been easy, and I never thought that in a million years that this would get any easier. In fact, it's going to get more difficult as time goes on, because in times of great turmoil that we are experiencing right now as a collective, people who speak the truth are the people who are going to get the most viciously attacked. And sometimes being honest is the hardest thing to do. People perceive you with a certain lens, and if you speak outside of these specific paradigms, you're gonna disrupt the patterns and people are gonna freak out, right? Everyone loses their mind.
Nobody panics when things go according to plan, even if the plan is horrifying. If tomorrow I tell the press that like a gangbanger will get shot, or a truckload of soldiers will be blowing up, nobody panics, because it's all part of the plan.
Because that's the thing, it's like the Joker said, you know, as long as you stick to the plan, no one bats an eye, right? But as soon as you start speaking outside the certain paradigms that people are used to hearing, even within the spirituality community and psychonauts and every community, it's just human nature. When we hear things that conflict with our paradigms, just get this massive backlash and people get lynched, and that's why so many people are afraid to speak the truth. But I really, really want to develop myself as a filmmaker, making documentaries, maybe even really down the road, some animation, stuff like that. It's just what I'm built to do. I love to create authentic art, but underlying the art, like spread some form of truth or inspiration or just something useful, at least in my opinion. And I know that sometimes I can come off preachy and arrogant. Of course, I'm fucking human. What do you want me to be? Fucking Jesus, the Messiah? I'm just not that guy, you know, and that's cool. I never claimed to be, not once during this journey, and nor will I ever claim to be. I'm just some dude, man, you know. I guess you could call me a moron with experience that just can sometimes have a way with his words. But this is why I really resonate with the idea of creating just really cool art, right? And really going to those next levels with filmmaking. And this is where we need your guys' help. You know what, guys? I've been like thinking in my head of different ways I can word this, but I'm just going to be as transparent as possible and just bluntly ask. If you guys have ever enjoyed my content before and wish to see this channel succeed, I would highly encourage you guys to check out Patreon. Even if it is to contribute $1 or $2 a month, it seriously makes all the difference in the world. And I know that you guys are probably getting desensitized to content creators asking for Patreon, and it's a shame because most people who get Patreon pledges, a lot of the times the content stays the same, yet Patreon pledges go up. And my case has been quite the opposite. My quality has been going up, and Patreon is sort of like, it declines and it goes up a little bit, then it declines. It depends on the month, I suppose. But I just want to let you guys know that this channel really does rely on your support, and I don't want it to rely on your support. I wish to get to the point where I have multiple income streams so I don't have to stress about this kind of stuff. But the truth is we're just not there yet. And I've tried to jump ahead in the past by just like really putting all my heart and effort and soul into hiring, you know, like increasing the production of videos and doing the best that I can. Me having this expectation and being hopeful that, you know what, if I just put more quality into the content, naturally this will receive more pledges. But this hasn't necessarily been the case. And even this last couple months, Patreon pledges have been going down. It's gone a little bit up again because I did express my views on this. And that's the thing, like I hate making these type of videos. But if I don't ask, I will never receive, and I won't be able to do what I do. I want to be very clear that the main reason why I encourage you guys so much on checking out Patreon and why I promote it so much is because it keeps the art pure, right? It opens up more time for me to just focus on the creating part, which from a lot of you guys on Patreon has stated that is why you pledge to me. You just want to see me create and get better at making content. But the reason why my goal or vision is to be more fan funded and a little bit away from like sponsorships and affiliates and all that kind of stuff is because I believe anyway deep down that you can only create truly great art when all of your attention is on it, right? Because I think that once you split up your attention to different things, the art side of it isn't going to be as good as it could be, right? And same with the business. Like if you want to create a kick-ass awesome business or product or whatever, you better put all your attention into it and not have half your attention on creating this. You know what I mean? And this is the crossroads that I'm talking about. Oh, sometimes I just go through my shit and I'm like, what the fuck am I complaining about? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just... I guess I just want to really make this work, you know? I've burnt a lot of bridges. I've burnt a lot of bridges walking this path. And, you know, this channel has definitely taken a toll on my mental health in the past. And I'm all good now. And I really mean that because I was very new into this. I just jumped completely in the deep end when it came to this whole YouTube stuff. And yeah, I got bit in the ass for that. And that's cool, you know, it's kind of how I've learned in the past. But now I've learned to have more of a balance, you know what I mean? You can't let this thing consume you all the time because YouTube is amazing, but it can be incredibly toxic. And the more you grow as a channel, the more dickheads you're going to attract. The more awesome people you're going to attract too, but the more dickheads you're going to attract. And it's just how it is. And if there's one thing, like, man, if there was a way that I can somehow grow revenue and grow this brand without me getting more popular, oh, that'd be the best. But that's the paradox. Because I'm naturally a very introverted person. I like my alone time. I like my isolation. I like tinkering in my room and creating cool shit. Like, that's what I'm here to do, and that's what I'm really realizing, you know, because sometimes you try and be someone that you're not, and you can't have it both ways. You got to choose a path and stick on it, and then put your blinders on and just fucking look ahead and do your thing, because you're always going to get people just kind of trying to pull you down, even within your own fucking village, man. You know what I mean? Metaphorically speaking, obviously. Maybe some of you live in villages, I don't know, but you know what I'm trying to say. Sometimes the people that will try the hardest to pull you down are the ones closest to you. And you're gonna walk this path and you're gonna meet people who you once looked up to, and then you find out that behind the scenes they're not what they cracked up to be, and you get disillusioned a lot. And this is exactly, well, one of the reasons why I'm so much more grounded and skeptic now, because I've just got my trust has been broken so many times with people. And it's hard to find genuine good people out there, but they are out there. And the way to find them is for you to authentically express yourself, so that way you weed out the crowd. And that's the thing, once you express your authentic self, you're gonna be either viewed as a villain or a hero, right? And the more yourself you are, the more polarizing your crowd is gonna be, or how people react to you. The more polarized it's going to be. And I'm noticing it's happening right now. You can't avoid it. There's no fucking way. There's just no fucking way. But I can't just sit back and not do anything, man. You know, the world is getting more divisive. Shit is hitting the fan, and it's not going to get easier, I'm telling you. You don't think I want to just relax, smoke weed, and play video games for the rest of my life without worrying about the world? But it doesn't work. It's unsustainable. I truly believe, deeply believe, that we are here with a purpose. There is a reason why we're here. Something that Jesus said, which resonates with me, which is on my bathroom wall actually. And he said, what you bring forth within you will save you, but what you do not bring forth, what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. Right? And this is something that Dr. John DeMartini has said in the past. I'd rather the whole world be against me than my own soul. So yes, staying honest is very challenging, right? Spreading truth is very challenging. You will get shut down, and it's not going to get any easier. People like us are going to get attacked full force, mark my words. I hope not, but fuck. It's not going to get easier, right? And I'm not going to just sit back and just say everything what people want to hear. It's just not within my nature. In fact, I'm going to be talking more controversial shit as this journey unfolds. But I would imagine that it is much more painful to go against your own soul than to go against what people say about you, right? It's what I tell myself anyways, but I just don't think I could live with myself if I just stood back and did nothing. You know what I mean? I know some of you may look at it as like, what do you mean? You just make silly YouTube videos. Yeah, maybe, sure, but someone's got to do it. And this is the path that I was meant to walk, at least at this stage of my life, because you never know, man. One door opens and that leads to another door. Like, I might not do this shit forever. I mean, I want to create for as long as I'm alive, because that's what I love doing. I'm starting to hit my stride when it comes to creating videos, right? And developing my own unique style. And of course, I'm still in the very baby beginner stages, and there's still so much to grow from, for sure. And I really hope that you guys are with me on this journey, because the truth is we can't do it without you. And I want to, like, this next month or so will really determine the future of Your Mate Tom, and at least how I do things, right? So I'm going to go full force again, because I'm going to South America. Might as well give it just one large swing at it and just go for it, you know what I mean? And I think that you guys are going to be very impressed, and I humbly believe that next month, January 2019, will be the best month of Your Mate Tom so far. We've got a psilocybin documentary coming up, Elliot Holt's podcast, and many other pieces of content. But in order for me to create these authentic pieces of content, we're gonna need you beautiful people. Now, of course, if literally just 1% of our subscribers was to throw in $1 or $2, this could all be resolved, and I can dedicate full time into this whole gig and really step up the game when it comes to creating content and eventually hire people and things like that, just to kind of even out the workload, because right now it's still a one-man show, unfortunately. But I can promise you guys that I will do my best. That's all I can do, right? I'm going to continuously put my heart and soul on the line because I'm a stubborn motherfucker and I am going to make this work, right? I'm just not one to just give up, because I've done that so many times in the past and I've regretted it each and every time. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep, if anything, I'm actually going to go harder next year. And I think you guys are going to see some significant improvements over the next 12 months in this channel. And yeah, some cool shit. I'm actually super excited. So I'll see you guys in South America, and for you fellow Chilenos out there, I will be doing my very first meet and greet in Santiago. So follow us on Instagram, keep up to date with the traveling updates and adventures, and I'll see you guys there. All right guys, all the best. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and yeah, peace.